know the heavy, bone-deep ache of a long day's work. When you are completely running on empty, a life of total, unbroken comfort looks like the ultimate finish line. But there is a hidden, predatory cost to that desire. Choosing the path of least resistance doesn't usually lead to safety. Often, you are walking blindly into a snare. Take two very different examples of peak capability. First, a relentless, hard-working farm bull, pushing through the burning summer heat to plow heavy fields. Second, the apex predator of a forest valley, a swift, fearless wolf named Balrom. Despite the massive gap between a domestic farm and the wild forest, both these systems are governed by the same biological reality. When the daily routine becomes a grind, the mind starts looking for an exit, making even the strongest hunter or worker vulnerable to a shortcut. The structural breakdown always starts quietly in the mind. For the bull, it was bitter envy as he watched a donkey rest quietly in the shade after carrying light loads. For the wolf, it was a warm summer evening with a full stomach, wondering why he had to chase and struggle for food every day. And then, suddenly, the ultimate shortcut presents itself. A fellow animal quietly advises the bull to feign illness to earn a few days of rest from the farmer. The wolf, wandering near a human village, discovers discarded food scraps, easy, completely stationary calories that require zero exertion. The shift in their behavior is immediate. The bull lowers his head, drags his feet, and stays in the barn while the plow sits empty. The wolf stops tracking fast-moving deer in the dense woods, choosing instead to wait near houses for leftovers to be thrown out. The trap is officially set, the exact second they trade their core responsibilities for a few moments of temporary ease. At first, the choice feels like pure freedom. The heavy lifting is gone, the stomach is full, and the pain of daily effort completely evaporates. This chart plots capability against time spent in comfort. We call this adaptive atrophy. When resistance is removed, your body dismantles its own strength. Sharp instincts dull quickly, the physical muscle breaks down rapidly. This rapid loss of power happens entirely out of sight. During this phase, you are absolutely convinced you are resting and recovering. In reality, you are being systematically disarmed. The breaking point always arrives because external environments never remain static. Heavy rains flood the village paths, stopping the humans from tossing out scraps. For the bull, the farmer's initial pity slowly hardens into cold, calculated doubt. Driven back to the forest by hunger, the wolf tries to hunt a deer. His lungs burn, his breathing turns shallow, and his legs refuse to fire. The prey escapes effortlessly. The bull's awakening is much darker. He lays down to play sick one more time, expecting another quiet day. Instead, the farmer unties him and hands the rope to a stranger, smelling of blood and metal. The act worked too well. The butcher bought a broken animal. This exposes the true, irreversible cost of dodging your responsibilities. You permanently place your survival at the absolute mercy of other people's decisions. By avoiding the daily burden of work, the bull and the wolf traded away the only thing that kept them safe, their own autonomy. From here, the path split. The bull faces a terminal consequence. He is led away and never seen again. But the starving wolf, still alive in the forest, has to make a brutal choice to survive the coming winter. He decides to rebuild. Every single morning, he forces his atrophied muscles to run a fraction further against the bitter elements, sharpening his dulled senses through sheer repetitive force. The entire process is agonizing and slow. But the daily, productive pain of discipline is required to avoid the permanent, destructive pain of losing his life entirely. Every step through the drifts adds a layer of muscle. Strength is built by the very environment that tries to stop it. Without this constant friction, a biological system loses the incentive to maintain itself. Capability is a temporary state. It requires daily effort, or it is reclaimed, leaving you entirely defenseless. Taking the easy road will always wrap around you like a soft, safe blanket, but relentless discipline and honest effort are the only forces that truly protect your dignity and your life.
Thanks for watching Phoenix Kids. See you next time.